We are back with more APBA baseball and great teams of the past. This is game 4 of a 4-game series between the 1927 New York Yankees and the 1930 St. Louis Cardinals. The Yankees won games 1 and 2 of the series. The Cardinals came back to win game 3. Currently, the Yankees are 4-3 on the season. Cardinals 3-4. There have been a lot of fireworks so far in this series. New York scored just 14 runs in the first 4 games of the season. They got out of that slump, scoring 18 in games 1 and 2, winning by scores of 9-7 and 9-6. Babe Ruth hit 2 home runs in game 1, including a 2-run walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th. St. Louis had led 7-4 heading to the bottom of the 8th. New York scored 3 in the 8th and 2 off of the Ruth home run in the 9th. In Game 2, Bob Musial hit 2 home runs, and Lou Gehrig went 4 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 triples in that 9-6 Yankees win. But in Game 3, St. Louis came back with a season-high 12 runs. They hit 3 homers, had 16 hits, in a 12-5 victory. A lot of homers so far in the first 3 games of this series. New York has had 6. St. Louis has had 8. Interesting to see what happens here in the final game of the series. Setting the Week 2 standings, already in Week 2, the 1920 Indians took 3 of 4 from the 1922 Browns. Still to come, the 1919 Reds will play the 1929 Cubs, and the 1925 Senators will face the 1927 Pirates. Here in Week 2, the 1922 New York Giants are off. Starting lineups for the Yankees-Cardinals games, leading off for New York, playing center field is Earl Combs. Mark Koenig is the shortstop. Babe Ruth is in right field. Lou Gehrig is at first base. Bob Musial is in left field. Tony Lazzeri is at second base. Joe Dugan's the third baseman. Pat Collins is the catcher. And Wade Hoyt is the starting pitcher for the Yankees. For the Cardinals, Taylor Douthit will lead off and play center field. Sparky Adams is at third base. Frankie Frisch is at second base. Jim Bottomley will hit cleanup and play first. Chuck Hafey is the left fielder. George Watkins is the right fielder. Jimmy Wilson is the catcher. Charlie Gilbert plays shortstop. And the starting pitcher is Jesse Haynes. So let's play ball. Haynes, starting for the Cardinals, was roughed up in his first start. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 10 runs, 6 of them earned in a loss to the 1925 Washington Senators. Earl Combs leads it off for the Yankees, batting .333 on the season, but just 3 for 14 in this series so far. And he hits it well, hits it towards center, but Taylor Douthit's going to track it down for the first out. There's Mark Koenig, batting just .148 so far this season, 3 for 14 in this series. Koenig drive to center field. Douthit's back at the warning track, makes the catch. Out number 2. Couple of hard hit balls so far by the Yankees, but nothing to show for it. Here is Babe Ruth. Ruth hitting .375, league high 5 home runs. 4 of them have come in this series. He's 5 for 11 the past 3 games. And he is going to hit this one hard as well. This one is over the third baseman's head and down the left field line. Babe Ruth will walk into second base with a double. Lou Gehrig's coming up now. 2 outs, runner on second. Gehrig hitting .321, 6 for 13. All 6 hits in this series have been for extra bases. He got 4 doubles and 2 triples. Gehrig is going to be hit by the pitch. He'll take first base. And that'll bring up Bob Musial. Team high 517 average so far, 15 for 29 on the season. This series, he's 8 for 14. Of those 8 hits, 7 have gone for extra bases, 5 doubles, 2 homers. A Musial, first and second with 2 outs. I re-roll that red die that got hung up in the corner. 33 is a 0. We're going to the second chart, and it looks like runs are going to score. 25 is a 2. Home run, double column, number 5 result. A double column on the 5. Hits it down the right field line. George Watkins is going to have to go running after it. Ruth is going to score from second base. They're going to send Gehrig home. He's going to score all the way from first base. Bob Musial slides into third with a triple. Another extra base hit for Musial. 2 runs are on the board. And already in the top of the first, it's 2-0 Yankees. Tony Lazzeri now comes to the plate, batting 174, just 1 for 9 in this series. Got a runner on third, though. And he is going to hit a fly ball to right field. Watkins has it, and that's the third out. So the Yankees scored 2 in the first inning on the Musial triple. Wade Hoyt's on the mound for the Yankees. He pitched a gem in his first start of the season. He beat the 1922 Browns, going all 9 innings, allowing just 5 hits and 1 run. But he is facing a Cardinals lineup where, amazingly, every Cardinal player with more than 300 at-bats in 1930 hit over 300. And that's the only time that has ever happened. And the St. Louis obviously has scored 7, 6, and 12 in this series, so they are capable of scoring a lot of runs. Hoyt is an A-rated pitcher, though, so we'll see how they do against him. Taylor Douthit will lead it off. And Douthit batting .333 so far this season, 5 for 13 in this series. Lazy fly ball into left. Bob Musial has it. 1 away. Sparky Adams now, hitting just 192. He is 3 for 12 in the past 3 games. Pops it up on the left side. Joe Dugan, the third baseman, is going to call for it. He's got it. 2 away. Now Frankie Frisch hitting .259, 4 for 12 in this series. Ground ball down the third base line. Dugan has it, comes up throwing over to first to Gehrig, and that is out number 3. Wade Hoyt goes 1-2-3 in his first inning. Still 2-0 Yankees. Joe Dugan leads off the top of the second, hitting just .074 this season, just 1 for 10 so far in this series. And he takes a called strike 3. Jesse Haynes strikes him out for out number 1. Pat Collins coming to the plate, batting 167, 3 for 11 in this series. First pitch is outside for a ball. Next pitch, hit to right field. George Watkins is going to go get it. He'll make the catch, out number 2. And here is the pitcher, Wade Hoyt. And Hoyt's going to help himself with a 2-out base hit as he lines one into right field. The Yankees have a runner aboard, 2 outs in the top of the second. Earl Combs coming to the plate for the second time, flew out his first time up. And Haynes sets Combs down on strikes. That's the third out. On to the bottom of the second. For the Cardinals, it's Jim Bottomley. 267 on the season, 2 for 13 in this series. Bottomley hits one up the middle. Hoyt grabs it over to first, but he throws it away, throws it in the dirt, gets past Gehrig, and Bottomley is going to advance all the way to second on the throwing error. That'll bring up Chick Hafey. Hafey, St. Louis's best hitter so far, 481 on the season through 7 games. He's got 4 home runs on the year. In this series, he's 8 for 13, has hit 3 home runs. And he's got a runner in scoring position here. And Chick Hafey launches one to straightaway center field over Earl Combs' head to the warning track, over the fence. It's gone. Chick Hafey, home run number 5 this year. And it is now tied 2-2. Hafey hit 26 home runs in 1930, and he is off to a tremendous start here. That's his 5th home run in his 8th game. Here's George Watkins now, batting just .240, but 4 home runs so far. He is 5 for 15 in this series and has hit 3 homers in the first 3 games. And he belts it into right center field. Not a home run, but it's going to get down and it's going to hit the wall. Ruth is going to go collect it and get it back into the infield, but not before Watkins motors into second base with a double. That brings up Jimmy Wilson. Still nobody out. Wilson hitting .370. He's 6 for 12 in this series. And he pops it up on the left side. It's going to drift into foul territory. Third baseman Dugan's going to call for it, and that's the first out. Here's Charlie Galbert hitting just .125 so far this season, 2 for 10 in the series. 1 out with the runner on second. Ground ball on the right side. Lazari has it over to first for out number 2. But George Watkins is going to advance to third base. And now the go-ahead run, just 90 feet away. Pitcher Jesse Haynes coming to the plate with 2 outs. And Jesse Haynes is going to help himself. He blooped one over second base into the outfield. That's going to fall for a single. Watkins is going to come home with the go-ahead run. And St. Louis has now scored 3 times here in the bottom of the second. 3-2 St. Louis. Back to the top of the order, Taylor Douthit flew out his first time up. This time, ground ball to third base. Dugan has it over to first for out number 3. Well, we've had 3 high-scoring games already. Looks like we are headed for another one here, as after 2 innings, it's St. Louis 3, New York 2. Mark Koenig will lead off the top of the third. Koenig flew out his first time up. This time, ground ball on the right side. Frankie Frisch makes the stop, throws it over to Bottomley, out number 1. Here's Babe Ruth, who doubled his first time up, batting .500 in this series. And this time he is sent down on strikes. Jesse Haynes strikes out Babe Ruth for out number 2. Lou Gehrig's turn now was hit by pitch in the first inning. And Gehrig gives it a ride. It's deep to right. It is out of here. Lou Gehrig ties it up with a solo home run. Lou Gehrig's second homer of the year. He had 47 of them in 1927. Now we are tied at 3, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Bob Musil comes to the plate, tripled in the first inning, 2 runs scored on that triple. Nobody on base this time, and he is going to get a hold of this one again on his second column. And he is going to get another base hit. He sends it into right center field. It'll roll to the wall. Musil's into second base with a double. Tony Lazzeri now flew out first time up. He gets a hold of one. He hits it to the wall in right center field. Outfielders are running after it. Musil scores from second. Lazzeri is speeding around the bases. He's going to try for a triple, and he is in there. He is safe. Another run scores. It is 4-3 Yankees on the Lazzeri triple. Joe Dugan struck out his first time up. Now he's got a runner on third with 2 outs. And he will hit a ball into left, but routine fly ball. Hafey has it, and that's out number 3. So the Yankees add 2 more runs, and it is now 4-3 Yankees heading to the bottom of the third. Sparky Adams, the number 2 hitter, will lead things off. Flew out in the first inning. And Waite Hoyt will send Adams back to the dugout, strikes him out. Frankie Frisch grounded out the first time up. Pop up on the left side of the field. Joe Dugan, the third baseman, calls for it. He catches it for out number 2. Jim Bottomley reached on base on an error his first time up. And Hoyt strikes him out. 1-2-3 inning for Waite Hoyt in the third. We've played 3 complete. It's Yankees 4, Cardinals 3. Pat Collins 0 for 1. Ground ball down the first base line. Jim Bottomley makes the stop, flips it over to the pitcher, Jesse Haynes, covering first. And that's out number 1. Waite Hoyt singled his first time up. Hits it well, but hits it in the vicinity of Taylor Douthit in the air. Douthit makes the catch for out number 2. Back to the top of the order for the third time for the Yankees. Earl Combs is 0 for 2 today. And he will also hit it well, but hit it at Taylor Douthit in center field. And the Yankees are retired 1-2-3. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Chick Hafey will lead it off. Hafey has a home run in this game, his 5th of the season, and his 4th of this series. And he almost got another one, but not quite. Instead, ground ball to first base. Lou Gehrig picks it up, steps on first. 1 away. George Watkins doubled last time up. And second straight ball hit at Lou Gehrig. He takes this one himself for out number 2. Jimmy Wilson flew out his first time up. And comebacker taken by Waite Hoyt. Throws it over to Gehrig. And another 1-2-3 inning for Waite Hoyt. We go to the fifth. Mark Koenig leads it off, 0 for 2 in this game. Hits it well, but Taylor Douthit covering everything out in center field. He makes the catch. 1 out. Here's Babe Ruth, 1 for 2 with a double. Haynes pitches around Ruth, didn't want to give him anything good to hit, and loses him. Babe Ruth's aboard with a walk. Lou Gehrig's turn now. Hit by pitch, his first time up. Homered his second time up. He's got a runner on first with 1 out. Ground ball to short. Gelbert's got it. Throw it over to Frisch at second. On to first to Bottomley. Double play. So Lou Gehrig hits into the double play, and the Yankees are retired. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Yankees still ahead, 4-3. Charlie Gelbert now leading off, 0 for 1. He's going to hit it hard. We'll roll on his second column. Belts it into left center field. It's going to get down. It's going to roll to the wall. Charlie Gelbert leads off the bottom of the fifth with a double. Here's Jesse Haynes, the pitcher who singled in his first appearance. He's going to look to bunt Gelbert over to third base. And fouls it off for strike 1. Takes a couple of pitches for a 2-1 count. And this time he does get the sacrifice down. Dugan's only play is to first. And that will move Gelbert over to third base with 1 out. Here's Taylor Douthit, 0 for 2. Well hit to center field. It's going to be catchable, but Gelbert's going to be able to tag up and score. So Combs makes the catch. Gelbert scores. Taylor Douthit has an RBI with the sacrifice fly. Base is empty now for Sparky Adams with 2 outs as the Cardinals have tied it up at 4. And Adams is going to hit it hard, roll on his second column. He belts one in the outfield, and he is going to make his second base with yet another double. Chance for the Cardinals to regain the lead here as Frankie Frisch comes to the plate. Frisch is 0 for 2. Ground ball on the right side. Gehrig has it. Hoyt's covering first, tosses it to him for the third out. But St. Louis ties it up. It is 4-4 heading to the 6th inning. Bob Musial to lead things off has a triple and a double already in this game. And Haynes doesn't give him anything good to hit. Musial is on board with a walk. Lazari had been off to an awful start this season, tripled his last time up. We're going to let him swing away, I think. Well, it doesn't pay off as Lazari hits a ground ball to Frisch, throws to Gelbert at short. No play at first, though, so Lazari's on the fielder's choice. But the first out is made. Now Joe Dugan comes up. He is 0 for 2 today. Lazari is running. Wilson throws it to second. Frisch has it. Tags Lazari out. Lazari caught stealing. And that is the second out. So Joe Dugan, no one on base now. He will bloop one into short left field. It's going to fall in for a base hit. New York's 7th hit of the game. That'll bring Pat Collins up. Collins 0 for 2. Runner on first with 2 outs. And Haynes strikes him out for out number 3. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 4. Jim Bottomley leading things off. He's 0 for 2. And now he's 0 for 3 as Wade Hoyt sets him down on strikes. Chick Hafey's 1 for 2 with a home run. Hoyt doesn't give him anything good to hit. Hafey watches ball 4 go, and Hafey's aboard on the walk. George Watkins 1 for 2 with a double. And hits it into the gap between shortstop and third. Koenig's going to make a diving stop to knock the ball down, but has no play. Watkins is aboard with an infield single, and Chick Hafey moves to second base. So Cardinals might have something going here. Runners on first and second with 1 out, and Jimmy Wilson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Well hit ball to right, but catchable. Babe Ruth has it. Chick Hafey's going to tag up at second and advance to third base. So that'll put runners on first and third, 2 outs, and Charlie Gelbert comes up. Gelbert's 1 for 2, doubled his last time up. And he looks at a called strike 3. Wade Hoyt strikes him out. That's out number 3. He gets out of the jam. We head to the 7th. Still Yankees 4, Cardinals 4. Hoyt will lead it off. 1 for 2 in this game. And Haynes strikes him out for out number 1. Here's Earl Combs, 0 for 3. Ground ball left side. Third baseman Sparky Adams has it. Comes up throwing over to first, and that's out number 2. Mark Koenig, 0 for 3. And he is going to give this one a ride as we go to his second column. Well hit into the outfield. Koenig speeds around the bases. He is into second with a double. Now there's a runner on second with 2 outs for Babe Ruth. Ruth 1 for 2 with a double. Walked his last time up. And first base is open. Haynes pitches around Ruth and ends up walking him. So first and second for Lou Gehrig. Gehrig's 1 for 2, hit a home run earlier. Was also hit by a pitch. 2 outs, first and second. Gehrig. And Haynes trying to be careful, a little too careful, and can't find the strike zone, issues another walk to load the bases. Bob Musial. Musil's gotten aboard on all 3 plate appearances, a triple, a double, and a walk. Big chance here. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the 7th of a tie game. Oop, lost a dice. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. And Musil hits it to center, hits it to the warning track, but catchable, and Taylor Douthit has it for the 3rd out. So the Yankees strand 3 runners, and we are at the 7th inning stretch, still tied 4-4. Jesse Haynes leads it off in the bottom of the 7th. Haynes 1 for 1, also has a sacrifice bunt. He will strike out this time, though. Taylor Douthit's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Ground ball to short. Koenig has it. Over to first, out number 2. Here's Sparky Adams, 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. Ground ball to first. Lou Gehrig's going to collect it and run over to first and tag for a 1-2-3 inning for Wade Hoyt. We go to the 8th, still tied at 4. Tony Lazzeri to lead things off, 1 for 3 with a triple. And Lazzeri set down strike 3, out number 1. As Joe Dugan 1 for 3, singled his last time up. Ground ball toward third base. Sparky Adams comes up with it, throws it over to Bottomley, and that is the 2nd out. Here's Pat Collins, 0 for 3. Ground ball up the middle. Frankie Frisch goes and backhands it. He's got it over to first for out number 3, and another 1-2-3 inning there. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals have the heart of the order coming up with Frisch, Bottomley, and Hafey. Frisch 0 for 3 today. Fly ball to left field, easily handled by Musil, out number 1. Jim Bottomley 0 for 3, struck out his last 2 times up. Reroll that red die that was stuck in the corner. Doesn't get much of that one. Little dribbler in front of the plate. Wade Hoyt's going to get it. He's up, throws it to first for out number 2. And now Chick Hafey, 1 for 2, hit a home run, walked his last time up, comes to the plate with 2 outs. Gets a hold of this one into center field, but catchable, and Earl Combs gets it, catches the fly ball. That's out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning there for Hoyt. Go to the 9th, tied at 4. Hoyt will lead things off. I think he's pitched well enough. I think we'll let him keep going. And he's going to do something to help himself there with the 66. See what he does in the double column. Looks like it's going to be extra bases one way or another. And Wade Hoyt, his 2nd hit of the day. This one's a double. And now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the 9th. Earl Combs comes to the plate. He is 0 for 4. He is going to look to bunt Hoyt over to third. And he is successful. Only play the third baseman has is to get the out at first. And that brings us Mark Koenig, 1 for 4, doubled his last time up. Go-ahead run is on third base with 1 out. And Koenig is going to do something good here. The 11, roll on his double column. And Koenig drive to right center field. It is back. It is to the wall. It is gone. Mark Koenig comes through with a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th inning. The Yankees now lead this one 6-4. That is Koenig's first home run of the season. He had just 3 of them in 1927, but the dice were in his favor in this at-bat. And now the Yankees have the lead. And the chance for more with the heart of the order coming up here. 1 out, Babe Ruth steps to the plate. Ruth has doubled and struck out and walked each of his last 2 appearances. This time, however, Ruth will be struck out for the second time this game. Haynes gets the K. And now Lou Gehrig, 1 for 2 with a home run, has also been walked and been hit by a pitch. And Gehrig's going to get a hold of this one. He's going to send it into left center field. It's going to fall in. Gehrig's aboard with a base hit. New York now with 11 hits in this contest. Bob Musial, 2 for 3. He's got a double and a triple already. 2 outs, runner on first. And this one's going to be a ground ball, left side. Sparky Adams has it. And he will throw over to first for the 3rd out. So the Yankees, on the Mark Koenig 2-run homer, will head to the bottom of the 9th with the 6-4 lead. Cardinals bringing up their 6, 7, and 8 hitters, beginning with George Watkins. Watkins 2 for 3, doubled and a single among his 2 hits. This time, however, Waite Hoyt sends him back to the dugout, strikes him out for out number 1. Jimmy Wilson now 0 for 3. Fly ball to center field. Earl Combs is under it, and he's got it for the 2nd out. Cardinals down to their final out. Charlie Gilbert comes to the plate. Gilbert 1 for 3 with a double so far. And Gilbert looks at a called strike 3. That is the ball game. The Yankees have beaten the Cardinals 6-4. Yankees 6 runs on 11 hits. They made 1 error and left 8 runners on base. The Cardinals 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and they left 4 runners on base. Top hitters, Cardinals just had 1 hitter have a multi-hit game. That was George Watkins with 2 for 4. Chick Hafey hit a home run for the Cardinals. Jesse Haynes will fall to 0-2 this season. He, in 9 innings, gave up 11 hits, 6 runs, had 4 walks, and 7 strikeouts. For the Yankees, 4 players finished with 2 hits: Mark Koenig, Lou Gehrig, Bob Musial, and Waite Hoyt. Koenig and Gehrig hit home runs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 of the 11 Yankee hits went for extra bases, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers. Wade Hoyt improved to 2-0 this season. All 9 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned, just 1 walk with 7 strikeouts. So the Yankees improved to 5-3 after winning 3 of 4 games this series. The Cardinals dropped to 3-5. Still to come in week 2 of Great Teams of the Past Season 2. Next series will be the 1919 Reds against the 1929 Cubs. If you head over to rogersportsgames.com, you can see all the box scores, recaps, and stats from this series and more, as well as everything you need to know about Great Teams of the Past Season 2. Hope you enjoyed it. That's all here from St. Louis, where the Yankees beat the Cardinals 6-4. Thanks for watching. Please go like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time with more Great Teams of the Past.